Greetings, fellow Empire builders. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 38, Claiming the Hypershunt. As far as the colony crisis threat goes, we're actually kind of far away from the crisis trigger event. So I have some time, which is good. No mercs are here. And I was actually able to sell the drugs. Last stop to Dawn in Hypershill. Draco, thank you for the resub too. Just checking on planetary development. Pretty soon we'll be even more stacked with money as all of the latest upgrades get rolled out. I'm just gonna sell it here, I don't even care. So, 2.5 mil. No merc. While I'm here, I might as well check the other planets here for mercs. So what I'll do is I'll check 10 planets for mercs. There we go, 3.2 mil. I'll check 10 planets for mercs, and if I don't end up finding mercs within 10 planets, I'll just roll to the shunt regardless. My contacts here. It's a bounty docket. I don't really care right now. And no good jobs in the bar. Why would you be... You don't need to scan me. I've done nothing wrong. Fine. Go ahead, scan. Guess they need to check. No mercs here. And no good jobs in the bar. So 2 of 10. I did buy black market fuel, I guess. My idea of wrong and their idea of wrong, I guess, is a little different. Alright. There's 3 of 10. I must say, there just is not anyone interested in apparently getting hired off as a mercenary. Just my luck. So that's number 4. I could probably handle it without. I was just trying to stack my odds. That's number 5. They all got hired. Yeah, maybe there's some, like, mass combat going on. And everyone got hired out. So maybe Asconia will be my last stop, and I'll search all of Asconia for, mercs. And if I don't find them there, I'll just go ahead and attack regardless. None here. Nordia, Kror, Volturn. And if those three don't have mercs, oh well. I like how the detachment's like, wait, you bought black market fuel. It's like, yep, and I'm using it to get away from you. Oh, he is, I'm gonna pay him for the expedition information. So now we have a big ping facility that we know about. No mercs here, though. Because 100k for that information is, in the scheme of things, not very expensive. Your name is Ambush Master Blaster? What? Ask the stranger why they are staring at you. So, you take a shuttle down to the main concourse and quickly find a likely-looking establishment. A rough-looking veteran spacer with strange cybernetic augmentations seemed to be staring at me for a while. Now it's quite unnerving. Oh, it's nothing. Let's just say you caught my attention. Your attention? What do you mean by that? Look, space might be a big place, but there's no way you can't hear about Breakfire. Believe it or not, some people even began calling you the Seeker of Knowledge. Your deeds haven't gone unnoticed. What does that mean for me? Plenty of people out there are keeping tabs on you and what you are doing as of late. Some look for signs of danger, threats, that sort of thing, and if there's nothing to be concerned about, they just move on. Others, like me, look deeper and think that you just might be the right person for the kind of valuable intel I have in my possession. Leans back, giving the insignia on the uniform a quick glance before continuing. Back in the olden days, I was part of the Hedge Expeditionary Fleet. I only had one task: to investigate some odd signals coming from a planet far away from the core worlds. A simple job, at least on paper, that is. It was supposed to be simple, quick investigation, but when we got there, it turned into a complete, utter slaughter. An entire fleet of strange ships, the likes of which I'd never seen before, appeared out of thin air and annihilated the entire expedition fleet. I'm the sole survivor of the massacre. To this day, I wonder if Command actually knew what kind of danger they were sending us into, or that they didn't, and that's just unfortunate result. Don't know which one's worse, to be honest. Where's this planet located? He slides the tripod across the table, a blinking set of coordinates pointing in the direction well outside the core worlds. All the data I have is right here. This is the system where where we were ambushed. For a minute, you were caught up by the story, but now you see, following up, it would be a fool's errand. All right, this is not the red planet, by the way. So I'm going to spoil what this is so that you have information about it, and I'll be blue for the duration of the spoiler. In Ashes of the Domain, if you take a look at the research tree here, all of the research beyond this sort of vertical point requires something called a hyperdimensional processor. And I will not be able to progress through research without said hyperdimensional processor. And that dude essentially just told me where the hyperdimensional processor was, but also that there is an OP as hell fleet guarding it. Spoiler over. Alright, no officer, no mercs. Hey, a mercenary. Contract terms, 730 days. Accept. Cool. I am going to... So, with the given information that we were just handed, by the Beyond the Veil, it might be good to continue trying to hire mercenaries, merc officers, so that we do the Hypershunt tap and the Veil sort of back to back while all of the officers have active contracts. That's at least my thought process. So I'm going to keep trying to hire out with that in mind. So I would like maybe 3 mercs or so. Oh, here's another one. You'd imagine the Veil is worse than the Shunt? Yeah. No merc. So let's try for, I don't know, 2 more merc contracts if we can manage. And then we'll gear up for hell. Oh man, I really did not drop in a good point. Curious. Raveno, you are 3 months from growing? Cool. Tarmarin, you are 18 days away from having a super drug production. Nice. And then Fleet Logistics is 91% done, so it's pretty close. I'm not delivering any pilgrims. Thanks, but no thanks. Trying to find mercs, pretty brutal. Blueprint of Ion Beam. Don't I already have Ion Beam? Maybe I don't. But I'm good. Alright, let's do a few more hops. And Orbital Fleet Works is done. Taking a look at the research tree now. I don't have a Quiet Biosphere. I don't have Hypershunt energy distribution. I'm just going to get the Hypershunt energy distribution, given that you guys want me to get the Shunt going. Granted, I'm not going to be able to make use of that research for a while, as you'll soon learn why. And then after that, I might as well queue up the Aquatic Biosphere. It's pretty cheap. I don't have any water worlds, but like, I might as well just have the research done. Oh my goodness. I am not looking out on mercenaries, huh? Oh, there we go. Alright, arbitrarily I'm going to say I want 1 more. So let's try to find 1 more merc for contracts. Bringing our officer total from 8 to 12. Which I think should help out a bit. Oh, I should have gone to Gravwell. Yeah, I'm not flying the long way. Nice. The Biosynth Laboratory at Tarmarin is now done. So Tarmarin's income should slowly shoot up. So here's the Biosynth, where it takes heavy machinery and organics and makes lots of drugs. So at this point, 18% market share. And in terms of like my entire alliance market share is 38% of the galactic drugs is produced by me. So all hail the drug king. Space cartel. Yeah, I mean, essentially our... Oh, and the mining megaplex just got done. And that's huge. So take a look at the amount of ores that it produces. So the mining megaplex rivals that of Kazaron's mining. My market share of transphotonic ore is now 35%. And of regular ore, it's 51. Hot damn. And that should have Nabla racking in a little bit more money now as well. Granted, raw ores aren't very expensive, but still. Come on, one more, Merc. Game's really making me work for it, huh? There's a research station in Gobi. Excuse you? I mean, I know I'm like alone, but okay. I guess I should have taken more like escort chips. Oh, also, I totally missed a dog treat. My bad. Did you pirates make some sort of fatal mistake? I'm thinking yes. Where is even your ships? Oh. Okay, you're done. Bye! Let them go. Good fight, guys. 10-10. We'll do it again. Dummies. Well, no mercs here. Let's buy information about a pre-collapse facility and head to the next sector. Cheers. Oh, routine diagnostics within Ravenow's antimatter production facility has flagged an unexpected anomaly. So, here's some choices. I can direct engineer teams to focus on calibrating and optimizing the resonance effect to increase production of fuel by 1, or reduce upkeep by 70%. Choice, production plus 1, upkeep minus 70%. And I missed the fact that there was some sort of issue, so I can't. I have to decide now. So the recently installed synchrotron core intended for advanced material research is generating unforeseen resonance effect. And you guys want operational efficiency. All right, let's take a look. That was over at Ravenow. So Ravenow's blast processing unit has a monthly upkeep of 7,000 rather than 22,000. I think that's pretty good. I don't mind that at all. And with any luck, I get my last merc. So taking a look at the contracts here. How much longer? Okay, yeah. I have plenty of time left in the contracts. Glitch, thank you for the resub. No, don't ping me. Such jerks. None here. Alright, I'll search like 2 more systems and then call it quits. I'll search the Luddic Church. I feel I don't really want the Ludmerks, but, you know, I'm getting desperate as I've searched kind of everywhere else. And the Star Fortress at Red Fox is done. So, light industry will be done in 12 days. Taking a look at all the planets, let's step back a second. There's nothing to be done at Dolio. Nothing to be done at Nabla. Nothing to be done at Tarmarin. Unless I want to upgrade farming, which currently I don't think. But I could go to artisanal or subsidized farming. Subsidized farming does use soil nanites, but I don't know if I want to earmark the heavy machinery for it. I don't think it's really worth it because we don't really have a food shortage. At Raveno, we're just waiting for it to grow, which will grow at the end of the month, and then we'll hook up heavy production facilities, and then not much to do at Red Fox either. So the planets are managed. I've actually never been here. That's crazy. It's how little I like to hang out with the Lud Church. It's the first time I've ever been to this solar system. And for good reason, because they didn't even have any mercs to hire. So if there isn't any mercs in this last system, I'll give up and start the Dorito fight. Monthly income's a little bit lower. Huh, I wonder why. Not that I'm worried, it's still a lot of money. Dorito versus donuts, who will come out on top? Hopefully donuts. But we'll see. Okay. I'm gonna do one more system. I know, I lied. High-tech industry is done. So now we have high-tech industry on Red Fox. Great. Alright, the last attempt will be Hanta's Den and the like. And if no mercs there, we'll go ahead and start the big ol' war process. Come on. Nope. Raveno is now size 6, and we'll be setting up heavy production here. with the intent that the heavy production eventually becomes the orbital, or the, what is it called? Yeah, the orbital fleet works facilities. So that our fleets are bigger. I have 3 Merc officers right now. And, Ahuna, if you're curious about how I started the game with gate access, just watch, like, the first episode on YouTube. Because it literally demonstrates. Okay. We are now going to go clear the Hypershunt fleet. And the Hypershunt energy distribution just got finished. Alright, given that we're heading to this fleet, I don't know if my fleet composition is going to work, but raffle timer's up for the wolves that are getting pulled out of dry dock. Oops. I did not mean to take the tugs. Okay, so this is my fleet composition. 5 Auroras, 2 Bekasai, 4 Paragons, and a whole bunch of wolves, many of which need auto-fitting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 wolves, plus the original... So I'm going to rename these, like, unnamed, so I can keep track of them. I'll just call them UN, short for unnamed, knowing that they have to be raffled. I don't know if wolf spam is actually going to be all that effective. I'm kind of worried it won't be, but I will see. So there's our fleet comp. Auto-assigning officers. You have system expertise and missile spec. That works. You have missile spec. That works. And you put yourself in a... Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave 2 wolves... 1 wolf behind... No, 2 wolves behind. To take... the Mora... and another monitor. So here's our big fleet, big armada for the job. I like it. Wish I had more mercs. In fact, nope, no mercs here. I'm gonna save. Dolio is actually pretty close by. I'm going to check Dolio just for mercs and then we'll head out. Glitch, thank you for the cheer. Alright, Colony Crisis. We are sitting at 43 out of 600, 13 a month. And Sindrian, I think, ramped up plus 1 more for its threat as a result of my field production, I think. Nice. So that's the shunt. I'll save one more time. Waiting for all of the ship's maintenance to be recovered. Because we have some damage. There we go. Damage is done. And this is the Dorito fight. So we're up against 2 unverified vessels. Here is my composition, I think. Yeah. See if it works. Yeah, and the ships will be named afterwards. Yeah, it was poorly timed raffle. I apologize. So, what I want is the 2 monitors to guard the other 2 ships. And everyone else sit on me. And then these 2 large ships sit back. So the Tesseracts, if you're wondering, are just insanely strong cruisers that are hard as nails to kill. Well, what are you doing? You're not really doing what I told you to do. Get away from it. Alright, now I'm going to tell my 2 battleships... I'm going to tell basically everything to tie up one of the 2 Tesseracts. So that everyone is focusing fire on one specific ship. And you can see that these guys are like hunter killers. They like sprint around the battle... Oh, wolf, don't do that. Sprint around the battlefield just shredding. There goes another wolf. There goes another one. And what I'm hoping to do is to tie up one of these guys. These wolves, like, are not, jumping out of combat before they get melted. But this Tesseract here is, near max flux and, soon to be taking hull damage because it's being swarmed. So, this tactic, we're throwing wolves at it, but it is working. And once you destroy these things, they split up. They, like, disassemble, and there goes another wolf. And they're still hard to kill, even in their broken state, as you'll see. Alright, they took the hull out half. That's okay. Was hoping for more. But the 2 battleships that I told them to take a lock at the Tesseract are not. Mostly because the Aurora locked it up and ran it away. Basically, kited it. And I don't think the Aurora's going to fare very well. So... yeah, it's dead. It's fine. I really hope the other 2 battleships handle that Tesseract while I delay this one. My ship composition is not well set up for Tesseracts, as I don't do sustained high DPS to be able to punch through its ridiculous shields. But the Aurora just disabled itself, so now we can start ramping Auroras out. Are you... No. Wait. How is its hull healthier? I don't get that. Yeah, the wolves, despite having the phase skimmers, just they're not exiting battle fast enough to survive the Tesseract onslaught. So the wolves are getting popped. It's fine, it was an experiment. Didn't work. Not a problem. As I've said 1,000 times, I don't really care. I have the economy to not care. Oh! Well, the northern Tesseract just got popped. So now we just have this Tesseract, where these two battleships are going to come aid me in destroying it. So when the Tesseract blows up, it creates smaller segments of itself. So now there's an armor breaker and two sinistral shard and a dextral shard. So blowing up the Tesseracts is hard, but that's not even the end of the fight. It just keeps going thereafter. The other battleships don't seem to be coming my way. I think what I'm going to do is a full assault and try to help where I can, where I'll be effective. And I'm hoping the battleships up there are doing what they need to do. Alright. Both of the bigger shards up there just got cleared. Awesome. So what I'm doing is wasting this Tesseract's time, giving an opportunity for the other battleships to clear half of the enemy fighting force. Which is a pretty legit strategy, just fortress shield and waste their time to divide and conquer. There goes another monitor, so we have another Aurora. And these two Auroras come help me. And then I'm going to try to disengage from this Tesseract, or at least drag it towards the other Paragon and the other Pegasus. But now it's getting suppressed, and I'll be able to vent. There we go, vented. Ouch. Thought my point defense could handle that. It could not. That Aurora's about to get popped. It overloaded. But the Tesseract is like trying to trade for the Aurora, and that's a pretty good trade. I'll take a Tesseract for an Aurora any day. Yeah, Tesseract just cooked itself. And so out of the ashes of the Tesseract comes the smaller shards that then we have to clear. Nice! Armor shard is gone. This fight's going really well, honestly. I mean, a win's a win, but I haven't lost any battleships, so the cost of this win is actually not too bad. The Auroras, because they're overdriven, are really good at dealing with the Tesseracts that act like they're overdriven, because the Tesseracts blitz around with their high venting, high shields. So we're kind of fighting fire with the Aurora loadouts that we have. And now we just need to clean up these little guys. They look like fighters, but they're not. They're still technically enemy ships, so they all need to die for a win. The little missile aspects. One of the problems of having auroras is they move around so fast that like I can't even catch the enemies as they're engaging the auroras because they're like out of my range near instantly. They're like nesting dolls? Yeah, they are. And that's it. Victory. Ship recovery. So, yeah, we lost a bunch of ships, but, you know, that was part of the plan. And wreckage. It is worth saying yet one more time, one of the rules of this series is no using of uniques. So most of the weapons that I just got from this, Rift Torpedo Launcher, Volatile Particle Driver, etc., these things, these are all what I would consider unique weapons, as you have no ability to collect them continually. So I won't be using any of these weapons. They will all go into dry storage. Automated defenses is cleared, and we're going to claim the megastructure and establish an outpost. So claiming the megastructure will cost an estimated upkeep of 17,000, which is honestly just a tiny fraction of its upkeep cost. And I just established an outpost here. All right. Then, if you go into your megastructures tab and click on the coronal hypershunt, this class of megastructure once powered the unfathomable industrial might of the domain, putting the human civilization well towards Kadashev's Type 2 status. It is capable of extracting energy on an astronomical scale directly from the linked star. Losing control of an active coronal hypershunt without following proper shutdown procedures can prove disastrous. So, unlike in vanilla Starsector, the hypershunt here is broken, and we need to fix it. The coronal wormhole, so it has three sections: the coronal wormhole, the coronal collector, and the Aegis system. The coronal wormhole allows the hypershunt to increase the effective range of the hypershunt up to 70 light years, as long as the upkeep of purified transmutonics is met. You've got the coronal collector. Allows building the hypershunt receiver stable structure within effective range. That gives unique effects to markets and megastructures. If the demand for domain-grade machinery is not met, the effects of the receiver is lowered by 50%. And then the Aegis system. Reduces the upkeep of all sections by 10%, as long as the demand for the resources is met. If not, the upkeep reduction will be reduced. Our scavenging team has also reported weird readings coming from the currently inaccessible sections of the Aegis system, similar to those of the ships we met. Also, primary scans show that if you restore this, you'll get taps. So it's a way to guarantee taps. So what we're going to be doing is restoring the coronal hypershunt sections one by one. Restoration of the coronal hypershunt will cost us about 1.2 mil monthly and require a constant flow of the following resources for completion. So it will require domain grade machinery, refined metals, and purified transmutonics. An estimated monthly upkeep after restoration is about 200k. Confirm. Yes, monthly. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, these things are expensive. These are end game. End game. Cannot stress that enough. You do not build these early on. That would be stupid. You'd be shooting your economy in the foot. You can, however, at any given time, pause the restoration so that you don't have to shell out the money. And as you restore it, you will it will restore it by percentage. So you can make small incremental improvements to it. So here, this month, for instance, the Colonel Hypershunt just took 121k of our income. And that's only going to go up as we restore it to its full glory. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.